Hello and welcome to another video where I'm talking about my CD collection. I just did Harry Connick Jr.'s Blue Light, Red Light recently. The next one is Alice Cooper's Greatest Hits. This was a Columbia House purchase. Now, if you were born after a certain time, you probably don't know what Columbia House is. But if you're Generation X or older, you'll know what Columbia House was. Columbia House was a club that you could join. They had ads in magazines where it was 12 albums for a penny, and they had a list of all these different albums that were available. The agreement was you sign up and they charge you a penny for the first 12 albums, and you are under the obligation, I think, to buy 3 more albums at regular club prices over the next 3 years, or it was 5 albums over the next 3 years or something like that at regular club prices. And they shipped you your 12 CDs to start off with, and then you would get a card in the mail every month, and they would tell you what the album of the month is. And if you didn't send that card back, declining, saying, no, I don't want this album, they would send it to you. And then you have to pay for that album, or you pay to send it back. And so that ended up becoming my first experience with collection agencies. Anyway, I signed up for Columbia House a couple times. I also signed up for BMG Music Group. The key is to buy those obligated albums, the 3 to end your club membership as soon as possible. Then they would send you another ad in the mail saying, sign up again, you can get another 12 albums for a penny. So that's, back in the 90s, that's where I got a lot of my CDs. And I paid off that debt, by the way. It wasn't much. It was just one of those things that can really damage your credit rating if you don't take care of it. But anyway, yeah, I was a fan of Alice Cooper. I first became aware of Alice Cooper in grade 8. So I was about 12 years old, just before I started high school. And I became a wrestling fan because I moved to a new school and everybody was really into pro wrestling. So WrestleMania 3, that was, I think, March 27th, 1987. Alice Cooper was in the corner of Jake the Snake Roberts. And so that's how I became aware of Alice Cooper and started checking out his music. I think the first song that I heard of his that I really clicked with was, at the time, was Poison. It was on the Trash album. But I came to realize that I had heard some of his music before. He had been a guest on the Muppet Show. He had a song called Welcome to My Nightmare, and he also performed School's Out. This album is a collection of his 70s material. I'm 18, classic song. School's Out, Be My Lover, Hello Hurrah, or Hello Hooray, sorry. Elected, No More Mr. Nice Guy. So many good songs on here. Of course, because it's the greatest hits collection. The last time that I had listened to this, before listening to it in the car, was when I went to the dentist. I hadn't been to the dentist in 15 years because I didn't have dental coverage. And finally, when I got dental coverage, it was the first time in 15 years I'd been to the dentist. I knew it was going to be a long time cleaning. It ended up being a 1-hour session of cleaning and scaling. So I brought an iPod and had a bunch of music on there. And I meant to hit shuffle so I'd hear various things, but I ended up not hitting the shuffle button before they started cleaning. And so I ended up listening to Alice Cooper's greatest hits the whole time, and I enjoyed it. So it made the visit to the dentist better. Also, another memory I have of Alice Cooper was when I graduated high school. My first day of summer vacation after my last year of high school, I woke up and I turned on the TV and School's Out was playing by Alice Cooper. Also, I remember his cameo in Wayne's World. And I still like Alice Cooper. I think he's a great musician, great performer. He puts on quite a stage performance. I've never gotten to see him live, but I would really like to while he's still touring before he gives it up. So anyway, I think that's all I have to say about Alice Cooper's greatest hits. I have had a couple of his other albums on vinyl. It might be a world that I delve into, another rabbit hole to go through. But that's Alice Cooper's greatest hits. Have a great day. Thank you for watching.